to teach you about demand, one of the very important topic of economics, and it is a part of microeconomics. What is demand? What are the factors affecting demand? And what is the difference between change in demand and change in quantity demanded? These topics will be taught today to you. First of all, we should know what is the meaning of demand. All of you can understand the meaning of demand, but when it comes to define, it becomes difficult for anyone to define. So what is demand? Demand for a commodity means its quantity which a consumer is willing to buy at a given price during a given period of time. So what all things are included in it? When we say demand, demand means the commodity, the quantity of commodity which a consumer is willing to buy, which a consumer is willing to buy at a given price during a given period of time. Means here three elements are there. One is the quantity of a commodity a consumer is willing to buy at what? At a given price, at 4 rupee or 10 rupee or 20 rupee or 100 rupee or 1000 rupee. What quantity a consumer is ready to buy and what at what time? Maybe today I'm ready to buy, when I have exam, I'm ready to buy a book at the price of rupees 100, but once the exam is over, I don't need that book and I'm not ready to buy. So three important element is there for demand. The quantity demanded, how many unit a consumer is ready to buy at the given price and during a given period of time. So here time factor is there, price is there, then only the demand is decided what quantity the consumer will demand. It will demand more or less is based on price and time. So demand has three elements: the quantity demanded, price and time. Now demand is of two types. One demand is individual demand and another demand is market demand. When we say individual demand, it is the quantity of which an individual household is willing to buy at a given price during a given period of time. Means one individual person, how much he is ready to buy a given commodity at a given price and during a given period of time. When we say market demand is something different from individual demand. It is sum total of all individual demand of all the buyers for a commodity. For one commodity, all the buyers at a given price, how much they are demanding, that is called market demand. Means it is a broader concept. Demand for a commodity, for a given commodity at a given price, how much all the consumer will buy, that is called market demand. Now let us move to another topic. What are the factors determining individual demand, or it is also known as determinants of demand? What are the determinants of demand? Means what factors determine demand? What are the factors which are affecting demand? There are many factors which affects demand. The most important factor which affect demand is price of the commodity itself. Higher the price of a commodity, less will be demand. And if the price of a commodity is low, higher will be demand, more will be demand. The reason is that at low price, with the same amount of money, people can buy more. And those people who were earlier not able to buy at higher price can also buy, so demand will increase. And law of demand is based on this. The relationship between price of a commodity and demand actually is known as law of demand. But there are other factors also which affect demand. The other factors which affect demand is the price of related good. When we say related goods are those goods which are related with each other. Either they are complementary good or they are substitute good. What is the substitute good or what is a complementary good? We should know it. Substitute goods are those goods which can be used in place of one another. Substitute goods like tea and coffee, car and bus, car and train, We can have plain or train, or we can have Pepsi and Coca-Cola, or we can have roti or rice or many other, pen or pencil. These are, one can be used in place of another. Anything which is substitute means one good can be used in place of another. There is a direct relationship between substitute good, which means, listen to me very carefully, when we say direct relation, if price of one commodity, substitute good, changes, how the demand for the main good is affected. For example, tea and coffee are substitute good. If price of coffee will fall, demand for tea will fall. Why? Because coffee will become cheaper and more people will demand for coffee. Maybe those people who were consuming tea will switch to coffee, and they will be, because at lower price, the demand for coffee will increase and demand for tea will decrease. Means the price of coffee has decreased and demand for tea has decreased. So one good price, and how the coffee price is affecting demand for tea, we are studying here, because these two goods are substitute goods. So there is direct relation. If price of coffee falls, demand for tea will fall. If price of coffee will rise, demand for tea will rise. Price of coffee will rise means coffee will become costlier. Some people will decrease consumption of coffee, or they will switch to tea. So if price of coffee will increase, demand for tea will increase. So in this way, there is direct relation. Let us come to the next topic, that is complementary good. Complementary good has inverse relation. First of all, we should know what is the meaning of complementary good. Complementary goods are a pair of goods which are used together to satisfy a given want. Example, car and petrol. They are used together. If car is there and no petrol, we cannot use. If petrol is there and no vehicle, we cannot use it. Similarly, ink and pen, horse and tonga, means they are complementary to each other. Shoes and socks, bread and butter, means they are used together to satisfy a given want. So that such type of good has inverse relation. If price of petrol will increase, demand for car will decrease. Means if price of petrol has increased, people will demand less car. If price of petrol will decrease, demand for car will increase. So here it has inverse relation. When we are talking about complementary good and substitute good, this type of effect on the price of other good is called cross price effect. Means price of one good is changing, and but effect is on the demand for another good. Price of petrol is changing and demand for car is affected by it. Price, so this type of change, because change in the demand due to price of its related good, is called cross price effect. If related good price changes, how it is affecting the main good is called cross price effect. Next topic is the other thing which is affecting demand of a commodity is the income of the consumer. Income of the consumer will also affect demand for a commodity. Normally, when income increases, demand for goods will increase. Income decreases, demand for goods will decrease. But sometimes it depends on the type of good, what commodity it is. Commodities are of different type. Some goods are called normal goods. These goods have positive income effect. Means when income increases, demand for normal good will increase, like sugar, cloth, milk, rice, wheat, which we consume. Normal goods are also known as superior good. But there is a category of good which is known as inferior good. Means people do not like to use it, but they are using because they cannot afford to buy the normal good or the superior good, because their income is not supporting to consume or purchase normal good. Then they are purchasing inferior good. For such good, income effect is negative. Income effect is negative means when income will increase, they will not increase demand of inferior good, but they will switch to normal good. Means they will consume less of inferior good, or they will stop consuming inferior good and they will switch to normal good. So whenever income will increase, demand for inferior good will decrease, and income will decrease, demand for inferior good will increase. So inferior good has inverse relation with income, and normal good has direct relation with income. Next comes taste and preference. Taste and preference also affect the demand for a commodity. If people have liking for a particular commodity, or there is favorable taste, then they will demand for the commodity. Means that with the increase in income or without increase of income, also people will demand for those commodity for which they have preference, like LED TV, color TV, smartphone. They, even at higher price, people will demand. But those goods for which people have unfavorable taste or preferences are not there, they don't want, like black and white TV, or the old mobile, which not smart mobile, the button mobile, that they people will, even at low price, people are not ready to buy. So taste and preference also affect demand. Fashion also affect. If anything is in fashion, the demand for such good will be more. Anything is not in fashion, demand for such good will be less. Similarly, weather condition is there, which which affects demand. Weather condition also affects demand. In winter, demand for woolen cloth increases. In summer, demand for cotton cloth increases. So it is not only these four factors: price of related good, income, and taste and preference. There are other factors also which affect demand. So the factors which are affecting demand are income of the consumer, price of the commodity, price of the related good, taste and preference, weather condition, fashion, and many more factors are there. So these are the factors which affect demand. Now let us move to another topic, law of demand. The very first factor which affects demand is price of the commodity. I told you, price of the commodity means when price of any commodity increases, demand for that commodity decreases. If price decreases, demand increases, means it has inverse relationship. But for that, all other things should be constant. We say in Latin it is called ceteris paribus, means ceteris paribus means other thing being constant, means the other factors should remain constant. What are the other factors which should not change? Income of the consumer should not change, price of related goods should not change, taste and preference should not change, weather condition and fashion should not change. So that is law of demand. If you see here, we can draw a graph of law of demand. What law of demand says? The statement for law of demand is that other things being constant, or in one word, or we can write it ceteris paribus. Quantity demanded for a commodity is inversely related to the price of the commodity. Means other thing being constant, demand and price are inversely related. This can be, the statement can be expressed, it can be explained with the help of diagram. Can you see here? The price of a commodity, let it be potato, let it be apple, is 2 rupees, 4 rupees, 6, 8, 10. It is increasing. When price is 2 rupees, the demand is 100 kg. When price increases, demand decreases to 80, then 60, then 40, then 20. This is depicted in graph, and this is the demand curve, which is negatively sloped towards right. Because at higher price, demand is less, and at lower price, demand is more. At 2 rupee, demand is 100 unit, whereas at 10 rupee, demand is only 20 unit. So this is called law of demand. Now there is very important and interesting topic of economics: change in demand and change in quantity demanded. For a layman, when you say change in demand and change in quantity demanded, it looks at the same thing. There's no difference. What is the difference? What could be the difference? It must be the same thing, but it is not same. Change in quantity demanded is different from change in demand. When we say change in quantity demanded, means when the demand for a commodity is changing due to change in the price of the commodity itself, then it is called change in quantity demanded. I'm repeating again, when demand for a commodity changes due to change in the price of the commodity itself, then it is called change in quantity demanded. Means the change is taking place due to change in the price of the commodity itself. In this condition, the movement is along the demand curve, and upward movement will be called contraction and downward movement will be called expansion or increase in quantity demanded. Here you must note that other factors are constant: income of the consumer, fashion, taste and preference, price of related good. All other factors are remaining constant. Only price of the commodity is changing. Then it is called, and demand is changing due to change in the price, then it is called change in quantity demanded. Upward movement along the demand curve is called contraction because demand is less, 40, 20, so it is called contraction. Expansion at 2 rupees and 4 rupees, demand is 80 and 100, so it is expansion of demand, or it is also known as increase in quantity demanded. This was about change in quantity demanded. Expansion and contraction is a part of change in quantity demanded. But we have some other topic also, which is called change in demand. What is then change in demand? There is a difference. When we say change in demand, which means when demand for a commodity changes due to change in the factors other than price. Here the price will remain constant and other factors are changing, and because of change in the other factor, the demand is changing, then it is called change in demand. If demand for a commodity changes due to change in income, or demand for a commodity changes due to change in the price of substitute good or complementary good, or because of change in taste and preference, then it is called change in demand. Mind it, here price of the commodity remains constant. Other factor is affecting the demand for a commodity. Here the movement will not take place on the demand curve, rather there will be shift in demand curve. Rightward shift will be called increase in demand and leftward shift will be called decrease in demand. Note it down that price of the commodity in such condition remains constant. The change in demand has taken place either due to change in income or due to change in fashion or due to change in the price of complementary good or substitute good. So such changes when brings change in demand of a commodity, then it is called change in demand. It is shift of demand curve. Whereas when we say change in quantity demanded, then it is movement along the demand curve. Movement on the demand curve, upward movement is contraction and downward is expansion. So this is the difference between change in demand and change in quantity demanded. Change in quantity demanded is due to change in the price of the commodity, and changes in demand is because of change in the factors other than price. Thank you very much.